All right, this is Pure Uncut Lakers. Just got through watching Lakers at the Bulls. Lakers lose on the last second shot from Josh Giddey. This is going to pick up from what I spoke about a night or two ago. The Lakers have too much quote-unquote loser in them. They have too much look, if you have a formula and the formula is working, then why would you break that formula? Right? That's what it comes down to with this Laker team. The Lakers have a formula that's working. Everything is going fine. You're up 18. And that the Lakers are the team that's going to break that. Now, when a team gets up 18, 25, 30 points, right? The other team is going to make a run. Like clockwork. It happens all the time. It's going to happen. It's the nature of the game, right? It does not have to be in your nature to start doing loser stuff. That's why whenever the Lakers are up 20 points, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if they're going to go win by 30. We don't know if they're going to win by 5. We have no idea. Because the Lakers have something in them that is loser-ish. I mean, that's the best way to put it, right? If you're at a casino and let's say you're a chronic loser, right? This is you ever see the movie Owning Mahoney? Mahoney is this degenerate gambler. He finally goes to Vegas and he's killing Vegas. He's beating Vegas. He's getting ready to win more than he ever lost. Dude gets up millions of dollars. Do you think he could stop? Right? We all know what's best for him to win. But do you think he could stop? No, he couldn't stop. Right? If you're investing in stocks and you have a formula that's disciplined, that requires thought, requires effort, you have that formula, right? And it's working for you. In many years, you'll be rich. A winner is going to stick to that formula, and in many years, they will be rich. A loser is going to see that formula, and at some point in time, they're going to go to Vegas and put it all on black. Do you see the difference? This is the Lakers, right? This is who we got right now. We have a team that could hit the highest highs, and right when you think they're about to hit the highest highs, they're going to give the game away. Who does that? Losers do that. Am I saying that the Lakers are losers? No, I'm not saying they're losers. I'm saying they got a loser gene in them that will not let them be successful. LeBron, man, usually when a player does something bad or they play poorly, once, I don't say anything. This was exceptionally bad by LeBron. And it's something that he's going to have some introspection about. Because LeBron is a winner. Period. LeBron is a winner. I can't say the same about Luka. I wouldn't even apply that term to Austin Reeves or anyone else on the Lakers. It's two guys who get that kind of critique. It's the superstars, right? Now, don't get it twisted. If you're in the NBA, you're a winner. Period, point blank. I don't care if you've underachieved. I don't care if you overachieved. If you're in the NBA, you're a winner. With that being said, LeBron is something different. And The dude is a winner, but he needs to check how he's moving. He needs to stop and check what he does in a game. He has a tendency to make a cross-court pass, right? That's just, even if it works, he throws a cross-court pass and the simple-minded moron say, did you see that pass from LeBron, right? He throws that pass, and even if it works, it ain't going to work forever. A smart team is going to pick up on that, and they're going to take advantage of it, and you're going to throw a pick six, man. Right? And LeBron is notorious for doing that. Right? No, LeBron is trying to be notorious for requesting the ball or passing the ball and not acknowledging the intensity at which the person he is passing to is playing with, or the intensity that he's playing with. You toss LeBron the ball, right? It's on the passer to make a good pass, but it's also on the receiver of the ball to seal the defender. LeBron is frequently not doing that type of stuff, and it's prevalent throughout the course of a game. And then you take a game like today, right? What you don't want to happen is to get into such habits that your bad habits beat you. And what you're starting to see out of the Lakers is they have a certain kind of habit when they get up by 15, 20 points. Right? It's like the analogy about gambling and being able to walk away, or about having a successful strategy for investing. You stick to the strategy and you're okay, right? It's like even drug dealers, criminals, they have rules, right? The 10 crack commandments, if you will, right? Don't get high off your own supply. We all know that one, right? So once you start, so if you have a formula that works with the rules you have, and then you get up 15 or 20 and you don't have the discipline and character to stick to the rules that made you successful, then what are you? That's what this team has to ask itself. That's what this team has to get over, right? This is what this team has to confront. Unlike any other team I've ever seen. What are you? And right now, the Lakers have a big enough loser gene in them that they can't win a title. I thought a couple of games ago, I was like, okay, it's up in the air. It's not up in the air. They need to win. They needed to win this game, right? When you're up 18 on the road against a good Chicago team, Chicago's playing well right now. When you're up 18 on the road, you need to win that game. Period. And the Lakers couldn't help but give it away. They often ask the question, did Chicago play good or did the Lakers just play bad? The Lakers played bad. Period. Chicago had no right winning that game. The Lakers played bad. This is binary. This is pure uncut Lakers. You're not going to hear me fits and futz around and try to, make up some kind of excuse. You will not hear me talk about the refs. If you're the team yelling about the refs, you got a team full of losers. And you got a fan base that's full of losers. Hey, Trevor Lane, I like you, man. But you allow your fans to get on your show and text you, blame the refs. Nah, man, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. The Lakers should have beat this game with the refs. It don't matter. Right? That's how winners think. The other thing I'll say is this, and this goes right along with the loser mentality, and Magic Johnson said it recently, and he's 100% correct about this. Up until this year, I couldn't tell if the goal for the Lakers was to actually win or to get their players rest. I heard so much talk about, oh, they're about to do a back-to-back. We should rest LeBron on the second night of this back-to-back. Or we just got through watching the game against Milwaukee, right? And the Lakers sat everyone. Why? Why would they sit everyone? Does anyone have an answer to that? Why would you sit everyone? Unless the answer was we weren't going to win that game, then why would you sit everyone? Right? I don't care what anyone says. That's a loser mentality. When you know you need to win games, right, in a very competitive Western Conference, and you make the deliberate decision to sit everyone, especially when you know you need every game you have in order to get this team acclimated to one another, right? You're trying to make this thing work. So why would you sit everyone against Milwaukee? It's a loser-ish mentality to have. And what I was getting at was, you can't just turn that on and off, right? After a minute, it becomes a part of your DNA, and you have to work hard as hell to get that out of your DNA. So, how do you get it out of your DNA? Oftentimes, you have to bring in the right personnel or get rid of the right personnel. Somebody got to go. When I saw LeBron make that inbound pass to Austin Reeves, right? It was indicative of the cross-court passes he makes throughout the course of a game. And while those cross-court passes work sometimes, you've been taught since elementary school, do not make a cross-court pass. Don't jump in the air and make a pass, right? It's a handful of things you've been taught not to do. And when the carelessness that goes into him making those cross-court passes that often get picked off is the same carelessness I saw on that inbound pass to Austin Reeves. It's the same carelessness that Josh Giddey got when he was coming up the court, right? LeBron should have been up in his stuff, and he wasn't. That last shot by Josh, the turnover to Austin Reeves in the last shot by Josh Giddey was on LeBron. This team is frustrating, man. It's frustrating to watch. The last thing I'll talk about, though, regarding this game is the second to last thing. One, they used Luka right this game. Luka could come out and he could have big first quarters, and you'd hate to waste those quarters. But the problem is, when Luka comes out and has those big first quarters, the rest of the game, the team is not in sync. The team has not gotten going. And in my opinion, it's more important that the team gets going than Luka have the big first quarter. It's like I said the other day. If Luka could have 20 in the first quarter, or Austin Reeves and Jaxson Hayes could have 20, right? And Luka could have 5 to 10 assists instead. Give me Austin Reeves and Jaxson Hayes and Luka's 5 to 10 assists any day of the week. Because that is an investment in the rest of the game. When Luka goes off 20, 25 points in a quarter, shot a million times, whatever, right? That's not an investment in the rest of the game. You know, and I know for a fact, that if Luka continues to score 20 to 25 points for the rest of the game, the Lakers will most likely lose the game. Right? It's what, and I keep saying this, it's what Boston did to Chicago in 1986 when Jordan scored 63 points in the Boston Garden in Game 3. They lost. The Bulls lost that game. I watched it real time. Even when they went to overtime, all my brother and I knew was that we were being entertained like never before. That's it. But Boston was going to win. And we hated Boston. And we knew Boston was going to win. And Boston knew Boston was going to win. Right? So, this game, I think Luka played a very good game. Very good. He played with the Lakers in a Laker-centric offense as opposed to the Lakers playing a Luka-centric offense. And that was great. Yeah, the last thing I'll speak about is Jaxson Hayes. I want to talk about Jaxson Hayes. Jaxson Hayes has always been this player. And over the years, and I hate this about Laker fans. Well, actually, I don't want to say I hate this about Laker fans. I hate this. And Trevor Lane, I like you. But I really don't like this about Trevor Lane. He is super simplistic in how he looks at players and their performance sometimes. Almost like he hasn't played. Right? So, in the past I've heard him say, oh, this player is unplayable. Or that player is unplayable. Sometimes you're just unplayable because the coach won't play you. That's why you're unplayable. Right? Which makes no sense. You can't say Jaxson Hayes is unplayable because Darvin Ham isn't playing him. A lot of times, the way Laker Nation looks at players is you're a joke until you're not a joke anymore. That's all the nuance and all the understanding you have is that you're a joker bum until you're not a joker bum anymore. That's it. Makes no sense. Jaxson Hayes has always been that player. And I'm glad he's getting a chance for everyone to see that now. And that logic that damn near had Jaxson Hayes be, released, traded, just benched, whatever. That logic is the same logic that's messing up Dalton Connect right now. There was a portion of this game where the Lakers couldn't score. And they brought in Goodwin. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait, hold on, let me get this straight. You can't score. And the player you bring in is Goodwin? Make it make sense. I'm not saying Goodwin is a bum. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But Goodwin does not have the X factor potential that Dalton Connect has. Just think about those minutes. Think about those minutes and look at how Dalton Connect was used. If you're having a hard time scoring, and the Lakers did in the first quarter, probably 3 minutes into the second quarter. So for the first 15 minutes or so, the Lakers had a hard time scoring. And you don't recognize who you have on your team, right? And sometimes it's almost like the Lakers want to devalue a player enough that they have legit reason to not play them. That's stupid. It's a stupid logic to manage a team by. So, I want to say for this game, big props to Jaxson Hayes, man. He played great. You see his confidence growing every game. You see him starting to do a little bit more. Not just a dunk, but 3-5 feet from the basket, being a little bit more competent. And it's fantastic. Great game by Luka. Great game by Austin Reeves. But as a team, we let them back in the game. 18 points up and you let them back in the game. That's as a team. Right? And then LeBron. Look, man, you don't have to you don't have to be the best. But you can't be actively hurting the team. That's the key. Right? Everybody plays poorly. Everybody goes through a slump. We all get it. Right? But you can't be actively hurting the team. That's the key. Luka. Sometimes, I don't care if you're shooting 15 for 20. You're actively hurting the team sometimes. That's the key. And that's what has to stop. The Lakers have to get out of this loser-ish style that they're in right now. They have to grow out of it. If they don't grow out of it, then this team this year is not going anywhere. You play good teams and they're going to make you eat that every time. Right? You get in the playoffs and you give a game like this away, it's going to hurt. And it's going to be something that at some point in time you're not going to be able to recover from. That's how the playoffs go. Anyway, this is Pure Uncut Lakers. I'm Nicholas Dane. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this thing off the ground. And see you next game.